All right, all right. I want to welcome you to the Do Work Podcast. The Do Work Podcast is a weekly live show where we discuss all things motivation, inspiration, discuss how to get better, be better, and do more. But ultimately, it comes down to one thing and one thing only, and that is you have to do the work. Now, clearly, I'm in a different location today. Today is a travel edition. I am traveling for work. So today I am filming from beautiful Orlando, Florida. Beautiful Orlando, Florida today. So hopefully this goes well. Yes. Wi-Fi should be kicking. Let's get to it. Yo, what's up to my Instagram audience? I do have my Instagram audience on as well. So I'll be taking questions from there. And I will also hey, what's up, Bobby? I will also be taking questions on Facebook and YouTube. So let's get into it. No participation trophies in 2022. Now, I feel like once a year, I started the whole podcasting thing, even though it wasn't technically a podcast, during the pandemic. And I spoke about this then. So for some reason, we have gotten to a place in society where we feel everybody needs to be rewarded for trying. And this is the thing. Oh, bought the first badge. Yo, shout out to Jack Giovanetti over on IG if you don't, make sure you follow him. Yo, I feel like everybody feels they need to be included. Participation trophy. For a lot of you younger people here on the podcast, when I was growing up, what happened was you got rewarded for first, second, and third. You did not get rewarded for trying. Now you may say, "Well, Diva, you're a motivational coach. Why would you say that's?" Well, I'm gonna tell you why. People don't need trophies because they showed up to race day. They don't. You don't get a trophy for showing up. You get a trophy for doing the work, and that's it. That's it. You get trophies for doing the work. Say it again. Coach Brandon Barnes says, B Barnes Fitness says, if you're not first, you're last, 100%. Life is a daily competition. Life is a constant struggle. You are not being rewarded for being average and subpar. So please, please, please stop thinking you need a reward because you showed up. Well, now everybody's sensitive. Diva, we need to be more inclusive. Look, if everyone's special, no one is special. I'm going to say that again. If everyone is special, no one is special. What are we doing, people? If everyone is special, no one is special. Come on, look. I am all for support. I am all for inclusivity, but everybody cannot be first. Whoever finished first, they're first. Whoever finished in first place, they're in first place. They're in first place. You cannot, you cannot give people trophies so they don't feel bad for not winning. Why didn't they win? I don't know. Maybe they didn't do what was needed. Maybe they didn't train as hard. Maybe they didn't do the right diet. Maybe they didn't get the right amount of rest or sleep. Maybe that's why. But I'm going to tell you this. Giving someone who did not win a trophy saying you did great, you tried, is doing them a disservice. Because now their mindset is, damn, I just showed up and they gave me a medal for showing up. Stop giving these kids medals for showing up. That's why they're so entitled. That's why they don't understand when they lose, why nobody's patting them on the back or giving them support. As a society, we have done a great disservice to our children and to our communities by allowing them to be rewarded for mediocrity. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. Everybody wants to be rewarded for mediocrity. I tried. I'm not giving you a reward because you tried. That's good for you. You tried. But we're not getting, you're not getting rewarded for that. You're supposed to try. You're supposed to strive and be better. That's what you're supposed to do. But if we reward people for simply trying, they'll never excel to do more or be more. And we need that. We want people to be better. But stop giving people trophies and stop rewarding them just because they showed up. Yes, Diva, you're a life coach. Yes, I am. Showing up is half the battle, but showing up does not mean you win. It doesn't. Showing up does not mean you win the game. Not one bit. Yo, thank you for the badges. Yo, Instagram is on fire tonight. YouTube, y'all got to catch up. YouTube, Facebook, y'all got to catch up. Look, you don't get rewarded because you tried. Because if we're going to start this, everybody gets a trophy because they showed up. If this is what we're going to do, why do we even need sports? Why do we need anything? Well, Diva, you know, when people lose, they feel bad. They should feel bad. They should feel bad. When I lose, I feel bad too. But I'm not an entitled brat. So I don't think because I lost, I deserve the win. I didn't earn that win. You have to earn your wins. Because you clearly earned your losses. Maybe you didn't prep enough. Maybe it wasn't your day. But don't for 1 minute think it's okay to give people and accept them in their mediocrity. I'm not accepting mediocrity. I don't care that you've tried. And if you tried, kudos to you. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. You tried. Big deal. Big deal. But we're not rewarding that. I'm not rewarding that. Please stop doing that to your children. That's why they're spoiled. That's why they don't understand when you say no. Even adults. Mediocrity is like the norm. People think just walking in and showing up, they deserve accolades. Yo, I got to work on time. You're supposed to get to work on time. I've been able to spend time with my kids. You're supposed to do stuff like that. You're supposed to. You're supposed to win. You're supposed to show up. So all this, I think I'm getting, all this rewarding mediocrity, all this giving people gold stars and stickers because they showed up. Nah, B. Nah, we're not doing that. Yo, thank you. One thing, and this is a big component of the do work method. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is why a lot of people don't fuck with me. And I know people watching like, well, D, what do you mean? Everybody fucks with you. Yeah, but a lot of people don't. Because I'm not, nurturing and cultivating your egos because you tried. We either do things or we don't. And when we don't execute, what happens? We don't win. We don't win. That's what happens when we don't execute. 100% what happens. So if you have people around you, and I want you to pay attention, because we all have people in our circle, and please, I still have people in my circle who strive off of mediocrity. Probably time to get rid of them because they irking me now. They think because they showed up, it's okay. They think because they showed up, they deserve an Oscar, an Emmy, a Golden Globe. Like, I'm here, but did you do the work? And this is what the do work method constantly comes back to. This is what it constantly comes back to. Did you do the work? Yes or no? Now, let's be clear. Haters always going to hate. Shout out to my boy Jack. Let's be clear. When you do the work, it doesn't mean you're going to always win. But you did the work. You went through the process. Doesn't mean you're going to always win. I mean, clearly that's the goal. And anybody who says, oh, I'm not trying to win, it ain't about first place. No, it is. It is. It is about winning. It's about winning at life. It's not always about first place, but it's about winning at life. And to win at life, what do you have to do? The work. What do you have to do? Not be mediocre. What do you have to do? Not be like, oh, well, next time I'll just, and you take your little trophy and your little medal because you showed up. It's like at, what was it? Where was I? Oh, graduations. This is another thing. Irks my soul. Graduations. Y'all letting these kids get cap and gowns for every single year. There is no such thing as a kindergarten graduation. And I'm going to say it again. There is no such thing as a kindergarten graduation. Stop it. Diva, we have to uplift our children and support them. We do. But little Tommy is 5. Every day is an adventure for little Tommy. You do support him. He ties his shoes. Good job, little Tommy. Great work. That does not warrant a cap and gown or graduation. Too many graduations. I'm all about, all right, Jack, thank you. I'm all about being supportive of people in their growth. I really am. I don't want y'all to think, and like I said, this is why a lot of people don't fuck with me. I don't want you to think for a minute I'm not about uplifting people up, but I will not support mediocrity. I won't. I won't support mediocrity. Not one bit. Not one bit. I am not giving people kudos for doing their jobs. I won't do it. I won't. Reward comes when you go above and beyond. That's when rewards come. So now we're in a society where everybody's like, oh, we need to include everybody. So everybody who participated, no, we don't. No, we don't. You ain't got to be included in everything. That's the entitlement shit. Why do you feel you need to be included in everything? You don't have to include everything. Remember, if everyone is special, no one is special. I don't understand why we all can't just be equal. I'll tell you why we can't all be equal. Because we're not. Why can't we live in a society where we just share everything? Because we can't. Because even in that, those who are alphas, those who are go-getters, those who are hustlers, you know what they're going to do? They're going to work more and they're going to do more. And you know what the takers are going to do? You know what the lazy people are going to do? They're just going to take. They're going to take. Because they're not built like that. They're built to be in second place. Somebody has to be in second. Somebody has to be in second. If you don't want it to be you, cool. Get on your grind. But no, we cannot all be equal. I said what I said. We cannot all be equal. We do not have the same hustle and work ethic and drive. You want what I got, you're going to have to outwork me. You're going to have to come take it. That's what you're going to have to do. And that's the difference. Can you imagine if we lived in a society where we were all equal? Just hear me out. I harvest for 9 months. You harvest for 3. But you want part of what I harvested in the 9? Is that fair? The thing that's super important is this. When we talk about including people in process, we cannot make people soft. And I feel as a society, we have made our children soft. I have 2 boys. Love them to death. I love my kids. But I am an extreme hard ass on them. Mom, I want to do this. Great. How you going to get it? You going to work? I want to achieve this. How much sleep are you getting? Like, if you're not grinding, if you're not in the trenches, you don't deserve a thing. I've always kind of had this mindset because, you know, a lot of people are like, hey, Diva, how did you get into the inspiration motivation? I've always been a hustler and go-getter. And the thing that confirms that for me personally is whenever I speak to older teachers or mentors and they see what I do now, what I've accomplished thus far in my life, they absolutely will say to me, they'll be like, you know, Diva, you've always been this way. I never expected anybody to give me anything. I was never handed anything. And if opportunity presented itself, which opportunity does present itself, if opportunity presented itself, I made sure to take full advantage of it. So have I been blessed in my life? Absolutely. I've been given a lot of opportunity. Even being Black, gay, and a female. I've been given a lot of opportunity, but I promise you, every time the opportunity presented itself, I showed up and I did the work. I did the work. Now, people want all the accolades, they want all the winnings, they want all the gratification. They want everything that comes with a successful grind minus the work. They don't want to work. They want accolades because they just showed up. It's not acceptable. I'll never forget my little sister. She's a little weirdo, but I love her. My little sister Ethel. I'll never forget this. She was in college. When she was in college, now she's an amazing human. She's stupid smart, like really smart. But I remember she was in college and she said to me she was having trouble in this one class. She, at that point in her life, she wanted to be a doctor. She's still in the medical field, but she wanted to be a doctor. She was taking this class and she said to me, she was like, you know, Dave, I'm having a hard time with this class. I'm just going to get a C. And I literally remember saying to her, I said, do you want a doctor that barely got through med school with C's working on you? I'm going to tell you right now, that changed her whole life. She still tells me about that to this day. Changed the trajectory of her whole life. Do you want someone who is subpar leading the charge for you? And not one of you in the sound of my voice right now would say yes. Because you don't. You want people who are excellent and doing excellent things to lead, to guide, to make changes. So why are we letting people in our world, in our communities, be mediocre? And why are we telling them it's okay? Why? Be clear. Trying is part of it. I'm not telling you you're not supposed to try. Trying is part of it. Trying is not failure. But you won't know what you're capable of. You won't know what greatness you can achieve until you try, fail, and try again. But showing up is not it. In any plan, in any strategy, in any plan, in any coaching program, even in mine, showing up is part of it, but that's not how you win a war. If you're going to win a battle, do you just show up? Showing up ain't going to win you the battle. Still got to train. Still have to be strategic. And you still have to do some work. What? You got to fight. Mediocrity is not acceptable in any capacity. Mary says, this is why these kids are expecting instant gratification for the win and not working or earning that win. They are. They are. And it's funny. I swear, I feel like I'm turning into like an old fogey or something. I am about working smarter. But even in working smarter, the hard work happens. It happens day in, it happens day out. Not in any way, shape, or form Does it cease or stop? And week after week, I'm going to get on here and tell you that the work never stops. It never stops. The work never stops. So don't think because you showed up, you've won. That's the message you give to people in the very, very, very beginning when they're trying to figure things out. Why? Because you don't want to overload them. I'm a big fan of giving people information in stages. When my coaching clients come to me, after I have a conversation with them, there are probably 20 things they need to do. But I start with one. I give them something to stage. And sometimes just showing up, committing is part one. They just got to show up. So once you show up, then we can get into the rest of this. But showing up is half the battle. It is half the battle. Showing up is a must. It's an absolute must. But showing up does not mean you have won the war. It just means you showed up to the battlefield. Good for you. Now time to do the work and win the war. I'm not giving out trophies for second. I'm not giving out trophies for participation. There are winners and losers in every situation. I don't always win. I don't. I probably take more losses than I do win. When I win big. When I lose, I tend to lose big too. But understand, you cannot understand. You cannot win the war by just showing up. You got to be active, you got to prepare, and you got to engage. And when we give people participation trophies and we are overly inclusive when everybody does not do equal work, it puts us at a disadvantage as a society. Because then we start to breed a mindset that all you got to do is walk in the room and you deserve to be rewarded. I don't want I've always said this, I don't want people to rock with me, because I'm Black, because I'm gay, because I'm a female. Yes, there are plenty of things out there where they have programs because, yes, those three things are disadvantaged and marginalized in this country. I want you to fuck with me because I'm good. I do. I want you to rock with me because I'm good, not because I'm checking off boxes. I want you to provide opportunities because I'm the best. And this goes back to a talk that I've given several times where I say you got to be so good they can't deny you. When you look throughout history about people who are really changing and cultivating our thoughts and our society and the way it operates, these are always people, no matter who they are or what society, what their standing was in society. They're always people who just were so good they could not be denied. And that's what this is. You have to be so good that you cannot be denied. Be so good they can't deny you. Be so on top of your game. I've said this before, that if people don't use you, projects don't work. Be so good that they'll have to pay what you're worth. The new thing is everybody was like, you need to get your money and get your bag, and you need to raise your rates. Everybody don't need to raise their rates. Y'all not that good. I said what I said. Everyone doesn't need to raise their rates. You're not that good. I'm a great motivational speaker. But am I Eric Thomas? No. So because I'm in a motivational speaker space and I think I'm great, do I raise my rates to Eric Thomas rates? No. I haven't put in ET time. Then you look at somebody like Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins rates, whole nother ball game. I like that mic drop. Only fuck with me because, yo, that's it. I only want people to rock with me because I'm good. Everything else is it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But don't y'all be out here raising your rates if you're not good. Don't let social media hype you up. Yes, you should know your worth, but some of you ain't worth it yet. And you know why you're not worth it yet? I'm gonna tell you a secret. You haven't done the work. You haven't done the work. Not one bit. So no, you don't get to raise your rates. You're not that good. I love when I meet young trainers and they'll come in and whatever, I set them up and they're like, I'm gonna charge $150 an hour. You're only worth what people will pay for you. You're not gonna get that yet. You have no social proof. You have no clients. And unless you're a hell of a salesperson, but even then you're gonna have to deliver results. You can't claim that yet. That can be your goal, but you need to start somewhere else. Got to start somewhere else. Guys, we're on the Do Work podcast here, live on Facebook and YouTube. And I've been putting on Instagram, but I don't save these lives Instagram. So if you want to ever hear other episodes, make sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you receive your podcasting material. But I need you to take away a few things today. I feel like I gave y'all a lot. Travel edition, I gave y'all a lot. First thing, there are no participation trophies. No participation trophies, okay? None. They're none. I'm not giving them out. Stop expecting them. You're making our children soft. You're destroying our society. I said what I said. 2, be so good they cannot deny you. Be so good that without you, things will not work and they will fail. Be so good that they can hate you and they like, I got to work with her or him or he, they, whatever you want to be called. Do you? Be so good. 3, yes, you should know your worth, but remember, some of you aren't worth it yet. Don't let Instagram, social media got y'all hype like raise your rates. Some of you don't need to raise your rates. You're not that good yet. Build it. You're not that good yet, but you can build it. You can build it for sure. And lastly, and I'm gonna say this again, you know, I check a lot of boxes, right? I check a lot of boxes. A lot of those minority boxes, you know. I'm black, I'm gay, I'm a female. But don't fuck with me because of that. I want you to fuck with me because I'm good at what I do. I want you to fuck with me because I deliver results. And I want you to fuck with me because we can grow together. I don't care about those boxes. And don't get me wrong. Oh, I get it. I'm marginalized in a lot of ways. I get it. But fuck with me because I'm good. Because we can build together and crush it. That's why I want you to bang with me. No participation trophies, guys. None. No participation trophies in 2022. Please stop. Please. No participation trophies. I need y'all to stop. Pretty please. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. Guys, so I'm going to wrap up here on YouTube and then Instagram. I'm going to come and stay on with you for a little bit longer. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching the Do Work or listening to the Do Work podcast. The Do Work podcast is a weekly podcast where we discuss all things motivation, inspiration. We discuss the hustle and grind and doing the work. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. And please subscribe and share a friend. And when you do, you know what? When you do subscribe, send me a DM. Let me know you did. I want to personally thank you. I really do. I want to personally thank you for taking time out of your day to click and subscribe. I will send you a personal message. All right. Video message. So y'all don't think I'm bullshitting and it's not really me. All right. So again, guys, thank you for watching the Do Work Podcast. What? Remember, nothing changes unless you do. Nothing changes unless you do the work. Let's go.